Welcome to Friday, May 24th, 2024, TGIF. This podcast brought to you by Wyoming State Parks. With temperatures slowly warming, Wyoming State Parks and historic sites are gearing up with a season of fun and educational summer events. Visit these parks' respective Facebook pages for more information. Well, we've got a break in the weather today as we're in between fronts, but another front in the parade of Pacific fronts is going to be coming in late tonight and Saturday across the area. As we take a look at that cloud picture there, a lot of shower and thunderstorm activity been up across northern areas, Wyoming, southern Montana. In fact, places near Billings, nearly 3 inches of rain yesterday. We're getting too much rain in some areas and not enough in others, as this spring has really brought a wide variety of weather depending on where you are. So the small break in the weather today, we're going to see the most active day of showers and thunderstorms tomorrow. So tomorrow is the day in the west where the threat of showers and thunderstorms will be the highest over the 3-day weekend. Then we're going to see improving weather on Sunday for you folks on the western slope, for areas in the central and southern Rockies, but we're still going to have some cool, wet weather across northeastern Wyoming, the western Dakotas, southeastern Montana, then out into the plains. So Sunday is going to be kind of depending on where you're at. Then by far, the best day is Monday. Monday is your day to have the cookout. That'll be the warmest day. That'll be the day with the least amount of precipitation. Really, Monday going to be a gold star day. Going to be a really nice day for just about everywhere. So take advantage of that last day of the 3-day weekend. And we see some pretty warm weather building into the region by Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. This is the photos that we're getting in. Thanks to Tom Lubnow for setting this in from the Bighorn Mountains. This was actually from earlier this week, but this is how it's looked in the Bighorn Mountains all week. And it really did yesterday, that's for sure. The northern mountains of Wyoming, the southern mountains of Montana have just seen one system after another, bringing a lot of late season spring snow. This is Chief Joseph Highway in northwestern Wyoming yesterday on May 23rd. And this was Teton Pass. So you're looking at these webcam images and images from the mountains going, well, wonder what my camping trip's going to be like. Well, it is going to be getting better, but we have a couple of days to get through before things get better. Then we ended the day with a beautiful sunset there in the Cheyenne area. And we're looking at better sunrises, better sunsets in the future, but it's still going to be a little rough and tumble. The satellite imagery this morning shows yesterday's wave now heading out into the upper plains states. This will trigger severe weather out into the Midwest later today. We have dissipating thunderstorms out there now. You can see all the bright clouds. But here's our break. So there's a break in the weather today right here. But you can see more energy and moisture coming off the North Pacific and coming through the area. This is what's going to bring the next system for Saturday. So that's where the system is at the moment. Going to be by noon today over east central North Dakota. This next guy right here is what's going to slide in for the day on Saturday. This is the risk of severe weather today, from the northern plains curving back down into East Texas. This area here is going to be very active, as you're going to see here in a minute, over the next 2 or 3 days. So if you're headed to that part of the nation, it's going to be very busy with strong to severe thunderstorm activity. By noon tomorrow, that next wave comes in from the Pacific Northwest and approaches. So this is why out ahead and around the low, there's going to be showers and thunderstorms developing tonight into Saturday morning, then throughout most of the day Saturday in the region. This will bring in a little bit of a cooler air mass as well. Then we've been showing you over the last several days the big disagreement in the modeling for what was going to happen Sunday. And we'll talk about that here in a minute. Severe weather on Saturday going to be breaking out across Kansas, Oklahoma, into southern Nebraska, western areas of Missouri here. So this is going to be a hotbed of activity for severe weather tomorrow, mainly general thunderstorms back across the Rockies. And this is by Sunday. So today, tomorrow, and Sunday, a lot of the nation right here going to be dealing with a lot of severe weather as the battle between these Pacific fronts and the warmer conditions in the Gulf of Mexico moisture going to make it very active there in that part of the nation. So this is where we're going to be tomorrow with that upper level low. These are going to be our high temperatures tomorrow. Very seasonal, meaning close to average all across a lot of the region. Getting very warm down here in Texas, got some upper 90s and lower 100s, but across the northwest and northern areas of the United States, pretty moderate Memorial Day weekend temperatures. You can see the blue. If you're going to be up in the mountains Saturday, and really for most of the weekend, it's going to be definitely on the cooler side of things. If you can get to your favorite campsite, if it's not under snow. That's what Saturday looks like with temperatures. This is what Saturday looks like with those showers and thunderstorms. So you can see there's going to be an active area of showers and thunderstorms in many areas Saturday. Not as much in northeastern Wyoming, but that'll come on Sunday. But elsewhere, showers and thunderstorms tomorrow will be around in many locations. And this is what the rainfall forecast through Saturday night looks like. Heavier up here. A lot of this is going to be happening here in the short term, but there's going to be showers and thunderstorms sprinkled about. We showed you this axis yesterday, going from central Utah into south central Wyoming and northwest Colorado, curving along Interstate 80. So there's going to be a little bit more activity down there along the path of the low. So that's what Saturday looks like. Yep, up high. These are going to be pretty high, but there's going to be some snow showers over the higher peaks. And look at that, up there in North Dakota and parts of south central Canada, snow getting all the way down to the plains. Now, this is that time frame where we had that big disagreement in the modeling. Well, as you would suspect, as we get closer to the time period, things are looking a little bit better. The European model is going to win today. It's going to beat AI. It's going to beat the GFS model. This is the European model for Sunday morning. What it shows is that low taking more of a northerly route. So this is what we talked about, the northern and eastern areas on Sunday. This area here is going to have some showers, thunderstorms, and some wind and some cooler weather Sunday, while elsewhere, high pressure starts to build in and the weather's going to be pretty good on the western side of the divide. So for you folks along and west of the divide, you're going to get 2 out of 3 days. If you're in this area right here, you're going to get 1 of 3 days for the 3-day weekend. So this is the GFS model. It's a little bit stronger and a little bit further south, and this is the AI model. So you can see that instead of the system being back here, which is what the other models were saying earlier this week, it's going to be more up here. So the European wins this battle. This is what Sunday's moisture is going to be looking like. So there is going to be up here, along where the low is going to be, Sunday is going to be active up here with some showers and thunderstorms. And we may see a bit more shower and thunderstorm activity here on Sunday as well. But notice, west of the divide, if you're staying west of the divide, Sunday's going to end up being a good day for you. These are temperatures on Sunday. Again, very moderate. The heat stays down south. Very moderate, near average conditions, slightly below average temperatures across the Central Rockies and the Northern Plains. So really not too warm, not too cold either. Monday gets a lot better. Lots more 70s now showing up on the map, and you can see the heat creeping northward out of the desert southwest and the southern plains. And this heat here is what's going to get lifted northward by Tuesday and Wednesday. This is the precipitation forecast for Memorial Day Monday. Not much going on. So that's why we're saying Monday is your outdoor day, your barbecue day, whatever you'd like to do, that's going to be your best day. And so those temperatures look very, very comfortable. Now, when we take a look at Tuesday, we've got a big high pressure ridge coming in, and that's what's going to allow that desert heat to creep up from the south. So expect some 70s and 80s all in this zone right here. Of course, it'll be hotter down here in Texas and Arizona and New Mexico, but we're going to see this big high pressure ridge really build in. We'll have to keep an eye on this because this could end up dragging a front in by late next week, but we see a large part of next week, starting on Monday, being quite warm, and by the middle of next week, you'll be getting teased with some early summer weather. Have yourself a great weekend. We will give you a brief update on Memorial Day Monday. Have yourself a good and safe weekend.